YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today, my people, we got the top 10 running backs on Madden 25. Currently, I am recording this right after the newest Ghost of Mutt drop. It's December 22nd, so you guys are gonna be seeing it the same day. But obviously in this top 10, I'm not gonna do the honorable mentions. I feel like that was just unnecessary. If you guys want me to do honorable mentions, let me know down in the comment section. And of course, subscribe to the channel, like the video if this does help you out in any way, shape, or form, and let me know how you would critique my list. And let's go ahead and get into the top 10 running backs. So at number 10 on my list for the top 10 running backs is going to be Rhamondre Stevenson. So again, like we talked about in the QB video, imagine this card with +2 to his stats, all of his stats, because of the zero chill boost. The same thing can be said for the Ghost of Mutt. So I'm looking at these cards through that lens. This card is really good. He's a little bit on the slower side, right? Only 94 speed, but he's got 99 XL. 99 XL is really good. He's going to be able to get up to speed a lot quicker than a lot of the running backs, a lot of other running backs. And also, he is very good from the catch standpoint and just a well-rounded back. Obviously, his medium and deep route running, you're not going to put him on medium and deep route running routes a lot of the time. So those stats don't really matter, but that does kind of hold him back, as well as the fact that he has 94 speed. This card also does get the frozen abilities. The only thing that a lot of these zero chill cards don't get is tank. I do think tank is one of the best abilities for a running back, so that does kind of suck that he doesn't get that. But the fact that he can get RB apprentice, which if you have a quarterback that has master tag, hot route master, you don't need that. But if you need a running back apprentice, you can put it on him. You could do jukebox, human joystick, bulldozer, etc., etc. He also gets 2 AP tank, which I mean is you know, pretty good as well. But again, just can't put him any higher just because of his speed and his route running. At number 9, we've got Warrick Dunn. So the reason I have this card on here is because he is a Tampa Bay Buck. Obviously, his stats are still, you know, really, really good, but he is a Tampa Bay Buck. He's got the ×3 chemistry. So I do think Tampa Bay Bucks is one of the best theme teams in the game right now. I made a video on that, so definitely check that out. But just the fact that this card is the best running back on that team and he gets ×3 for that chemistry is really good. But talking about his stats specifically, if you were to run a 40 out of 40 theme team, he has 97 speed, 96 XL, which is really, really good. Carrying all you need, juke move 95, spin move at that 90 threshold. And as well, he has solid enough catching and good enough short route running to make him a viable threat out of the backfield. The only issue I would say with this card, he does get 1 AP matchup nightmare, which is okay, but obviously he doesn't get that 0 AP ability. It would be a lot higher on this list if he did get those 0 AP abilities, or if those didn't exist. But in this case, I mean, he just doesn't have the abilities to compete with a lot of the other cards. But stat wise, I do think this is better than Rhamondre, and I just think this card is a overall just better card than Rhamondre Stevenson. So at number 8, we've got Tony Pollard, which I know is going to be crazy for a lot of people, but I just don't think, I mean, obviously this running back is still really good, but I just think there's better options for you at a much cheaper price. So that is why he's down there. It's not just because of his stats, it's also because of the price that he is at. I do think there are better running backs, even for free, that's better than this card. But this is going to be the number 8 running back on our list. Again, with the zero chill boost, he has 96 speed, 97 XL, which is really, really good. And obviously carrying, spin move, all those things. 95 changes direction, which is absolutely insane. He's got the good catching, got good short running and medium route running, so you can put him on more routes and it be more effective. His cuts out of his routes are going to be a lot better. And same thing about the Rhamondre Stevenson. Let me go up here and just click ability so we can go down there quicker. Again, doesn't get tank, but he does have, you know, RB apprentice, even slot apprentice. So if you wanted to put him in the slot for some reason, you could do that. Grab and go, human joysticks and things like that. And I do think this card is elite. He's just not better than the running backs that I have later on this list. At number 7, I think DeAndre Swift is basically Tony Pollard. Just honestly, maybe even slightly even better for a fraction of the cost. He's only not even 40K. This card gets 96 speed, 96 XL. He's got good enough carrying, good enough spin move, juke move, all that. But what I'm saying, the main difference between Tony Pollard and this DeAndre Swift is the fact that this card has better catching and he has better route running across the board and just better catching in general. I think he is a more complete back than Tony Pollard. And obviously Tony Pollard does have a slightly higher excel, but I mean, this DeAndre Swift is just really good. And he's just much more of a complete back, which is why I have him at the number 7 spot on our list. At number 6, I know this is going to be crazy for a lot of people to see this card, but he's got an ability, and it's a really good ability that I really do like. So keep in mind, this card does get the +2 from the Ghost of Mutt boost because he is a Legends card. So imagine this card with +2 stats, like I always say, 95 speed, 94 excel. Again, his catching isn't really ideal, but just the fact that he can run the ball so well, and the ability that I'm referring to is the fact that he has 2 AP tank. Hey, put this ability on him and see how he gets down, man. This Adrian Peterson cards always play different in my opinion, and they are always really good. So I do think this is one of the best running backs in the game, coming in at that number 6 spot. Getting into our top 5 here, we have Mr. Tavon Austin, and this card would be so amazing if it wasn't for one stat, and we will discuss that here in a second. But outside of that, considering he boosts all cards +2, he needs to be in your lineup no matter what. You don't have to upgrade this card all the way to get the boost, just as long as he's in your lineup. But if you do upgrade him with the snow, he is really good, and I think he is absolutely complete outside of the carrying stat. He only has a 70 carry. I don't even have to talk about anything else of his stats. The fact that he has 70 carrying is very troll in my opinion. And the amount of people that I have faced using this card and they fumbled, especially in crucial situations because of this low carrying, I just can't justify putting him any higher on this list. But outside of that, this card is absolutely amazing. 97 speed, 97 excel. His catching and route running is obviously really good. Obviously, Tavon Austin is a wide receiver, so the fact that he's playing running back, he does get that advantage. So you honestly could put this card at wide receiver if you wanted to, but if you were to put him at running back, he can get the job done for you as well. And obviously, he can also get 2 abilities, which is going to put him that much above all these other guys. I misspoke. I think he only gets 1. Usually the Ghosts get 2, but no, I'm tripping. He does get 2. I'm so sorry. He does get 2. So you can combo, grab and go with Matchup Nightmare, RB Apprentice, Reach for It. Reach for It isn't really that good, but Balance Beam, etc. You can put whatever you want on him, and he's going to get those 2 abilities as well. I think this card, you can't argue, he is a top running back in the game. Coming in here at number 4, we've got Gail Sayers. Again, +2 to all of his stats. 97 speed, 96 excel. Good enough ball carrier stats. Again, most of the time I play on conservative, so it doesn't really matter for me. But those of you that are going to want to do spin moves and juke moves, you've got good enough here. Obviously, his catching is serviceable. You do want this to be a little bit better, but I mean, he's still really good. And the fact that his abilities that he gets 1 AP human joystick, that is why he is above Adrian Peterson, but I can't put him above some of the other cards just for the simple fact that he does not get those sub-zero abilities. Again, I know I put him above Tavon Austin, but Tavon Austin has lower carrying. That's why my justification for putting Gale Sayers just that little bit higher. Creeping into the top 3, we've got Cordell Stewart. This card is arguably the most complete running back in the game. You guys can just see it right here with the out of position overalls. He's at 92 overall at the wide receiver position, so you can put this card at wide receiver and get success out of him. But the fact that he is a running back and he has such good receiving out of the backfield, that is why he's so high. He gets sub-zero abilities, 96 speed, only 92 excel, which is kind of troll, but I mean, you know, 96 speed will very much make up for it. Again, his carrying is a little bit on the lower side, but it's not as low as Tavon Austin, which is why he's in that top 3. And again, abilities, sub-zero abilities. It is up to you guys to put what you want on him. But, you know, most of the time on my running backs, I would probably put either grab and go, human joystick, or RB Apprentice, depending on where I'm using him, how I'm using him, etc. I don't really run the ball a lot, so that's why I focus more on things that are, you know, pass-oriented things. I like to pass the ball a lot, which is why this card is top 3. Creeping into that number 2 spot, a card that literally just came out today, which is why I waited to do this video. David Montgomery, 96 speed, 93 excel. Again, like I said, ball carrier moves, these are really good. Obviously, his catching and everything isn't really that good, but the fact that he can get 2 abilities, and the 2 abilities that you can combo onto him are going to be, in my opinion, you could do evasive, you could do route tech, you could put tank. I think tank is the one you should go for here. It's up to you guys, but I do think tank is one of the best abilities in the game. And you can also combo that with bulldozer. You can combo that with arm bar, RB apprentice, human joystick, grab and go. This card is absolutely elite, but just out of the #1 spot if this card did not exist. Coming in at the #1 spot, I think everybody should have known that this is the #1 running back in the game. It's Shaun Alexander. With the +2 boost, 99 excel with no theme team, 97 speed with no theme team. That right there is just enough for him to be king, for him to be the #1 running back in the game. On top of the fact, again, spin move isn't that good, but if you're not playing on conservative, I mean, that's up to you. You know what I'm saying? Good enough carrying, good enough catching at that 80, and good enough short route running. Again, you do want a little bit better medium and deep, but again, most of the time you're not putting your running back on those types of routes. So I'm not going to necessarily hold that against him in this case. And of course, like we just mentioned with the David Montgomery card, this card, I don't think he gets Sub-Zero tank if I'm not. Oh, he does. No, yeah, I'm tripping because I definitely faced somebody with this card and that tank ability was going absolutely crazy. It's active all the time because it is that ability. He also gets that RB apprentice. Shout out to Chief for subbing on the YouTube as well. Much appreciated, my boy. And yeah, this card is absolutely elite. Just the fact that he gets that tank and RB apprentice. You can combo that jukebox, backfield mismatch, whatever you guys want to put on him. He's really good. You also can slide in the 2 AP tank if you want to put on acrobat. I just don't think acrobat's really worth putting on. I think you should just do tank instead. And that's our #1 running back in the game. Now that is going to wrap up the video today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Let me know how you would change my rankings or what your rankings are. Let me know down in the comment section. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share with a friend. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.